Yo, what up, National 3HL is on the air, 104.5 The Zone. A beautiful day in the Music City.
Yeah.
Perfect for opening day.
What up?
Gorgeous.
Listen, man, it's all about visualization. And I will tell you this. We are at First Horizon Park, and they have the street blocked off. They're going to have a block party, and there are food trucks out there.
Block party, block party.
I saw Lily's Hot Chicken.
Slay and I walked up in the same place, and I was like, "You smell that?" He's like, "That smells
that
really
smell
good."
good. That
They
come
got-
right up
they
off the
got
pit.
Food already.
That's coming off the pit. That's like a big slate grill.
So it's the visualization, the art of visualization. Like Blaine Bishop used to talk about when he was playing in really cold weather, he would visualize that he was playing on the beach.
Right.
So that's where I am. Like
Well,
this
it's
Gulf
gonna stop
breeze
raining.
coming through here from the south feels really good on your skin, and you're ready for baseball, which opening day is tonight, 6:35. Durham Bulls. Might as well start with a historic
from Durham.
minor league franchise.
There they are. They just walked out.
They did?
Look at them.
Where are they?
They're about to take some. They look
Some
cold.
Some
They look cold.
They're
They're not ready. They're not ready for tonight. Look at them.
See, and then you always got the guy with, like, the tank top and the shorts.
Right.
Like, what is that guy trying to prove?
Yeah.
Man, that this like he's on the beach. That's what
He's on the beach.
Always had
He's visualizing, Brent.
look, we're all walking around and stuff, and Brett Batchelor's trying to manage our cameras, and none of us are in our cameras.
Right.
That's because we
We got energy.
I'll be right there. Hold on.
We've got a lot to get to, man. Tiger Woods going to play. Should I start with that?
Yes.
Tiger Woods is going to play.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is not. Does it surprise you? It doesn't surprise me.
Nah. Just for the simple fact of
That
what
he
we talked
can?
about yesterday. you know what I mean?
That he's
Like,
not taking someone else's spot.
Tell
he can
that
play.
man no.
He can play 5 holes, and if he feels like he's in a bad spot, he can leave, and
Yep.
it affects nobody.
Yep. You're
And
exactly
nobody's going to judge him
Yep.
at all.
No,
Not that he's ever cared about people judging him, but
Right. You painted it perfectly, Babs, when you said like you're not taking anybody else's spot. So Brett Batchelor is not missing an opportunity by
Right.
being at the Masters because Tiger's there.
like
That's
the
what's
young guy
What-
that tried to qualify. Doesn't matter.
What
Yeah.
would Ron Slay shoot tournament conditions? Like if you just get, hey, we got an empty slot. Let me let Slay play the Masters on
Man.
Thursday. You get to play round 1.
The brightest of the lights, that stage?
150.
No,
You'd
Babs,
have-
I'm coming. I'm gonna be all the way honest with y'all. I'm gonna keep it real because that's what I do. I'm gonna keep it all the way real. A light. I mean a light because I ain't really been at it. Cooler light, little 92 or something. And I'm gonna be
Right.
I'm gonna be cool. I'm
At
you know what I
Augusta.
mean? Cooler 92.
92. That might be the number of minutes that you're going to spend searching for your balls that you spray everywhere.
No, you got caddies. You got caddies.
Yeah, they got somebody
Yeah.
gonna do that. See,
Yeah, so you're
that
going
take
to
up part of my time.
listen.
92 minutes.
Caddies keep balls in their pockets for guys like us.
See what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
keep one in my pocket.
Yeah, they want that tip,
But
man.
see, guess what? I
92 on the
Yeah.
par 3 course.
No. But guess
My
what, though?
ball
No,
went
man,
into
see,
those trees
Cole,
100
18.
feet up at 300 miles an hour. No, it's right here.
Yeah, no, see, and that's why I get them. I'd invent something new. The in-pocket pants leg. Where you got balls, not big slay. I'm going to wear sweats. Sweats ain't got them. So
See,
I'm going to be out there in the sweat.
I'm not
There we
sure
go
that
again.
Augusta National is going to let you walk in there with sweats.
No,
I'm
what you
just
mean?
saying.
What you mean? This?
I'm
hey,
just
This is
saying.
my spot. I ain't
They're gonna
taking
be
up
like,
nobody anything.
sorry.
What if I do it this way?
No
You
more
wait.
than this.
I'm pretty sure that Augusta told King Griffey Jr. to turn his hat around from wearing it backwards.
That's the kid.
True.
No, see,
That's
Slay.
the kid. I'm a man. I'm 40. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
So-
literally. Slay would have his, like, gold Vegas sunglasses on.
Feel me? Talk to him, y'all.
You'd have some kind of black collared
Talk to
shirt.
him, y'all.
You
Talk
would
to him.
have a cigar in your mouth
Come
at all
on, y'all.
times.
Talk to him.
And you and John Daly would be shotgunning beers on
Go-
every hole.
And his Hitchcock bigger than mine. So it'd be cool. Because
think you
this
need
belly
to
hangs way over.
I think you need to explain what Hitchcock. You're
Hitchcock
talking
is your
about
belly.
balls in your pockets,
Now, that's your belly.
Hitchcock, and
That's your belly, man. It's your belly when you see the shadow on the side that looks like Alfred Hitchcock. See what I'm saying?
Do it
I'm
into the
serious.
camera so people can see it.
Oh, Alfred Hitchcock. See, this is a baby Hitchcock.
see, I'm trying to.
Daly got
look.
a big Hitchcock.
I'm producing, directing my own shot.
Daly can't see his belt buckle. I can see mine. You know what I mean? I got about 20 more pounds.
Y'all
I
are a
won't be
bunch
able
of clowns. Let's go.
But
Sit
listen,
down.
Tiger,
Sit down,
Tiger
clown.
being back on it, though, man, that's what's up. When you talk needle, he is the needle,
Listen,
man.
Doesn't matter if he shoots 92. People are going to watch.
We just
No,
want to
and
see him tee off.
Look, Kansas won the national championship last night. And I'm more interested in Tiger playing on Thursday.
Without
Really?
question.
Yes. That was a great
That
game, by
was
the
a
way.
heck
Really
of a
good game.
That was a
comeback.
great game.
Really good game.
16 points. Biggest comeback ever.
When do the allegations come?
I mean, immediately. Mark Emmert couldn't even hardly look at Bill Self.
Wait, he didn't even call them the right
Kansas
name.
City Jayhawks.
The Kansas City Jayhawks. Somebody
Like,
ought to put
that's
that on the
not
shirt.
even in the same state.
It's in Missouri.
There's a Kansas City, Kansas, too. It's lesser
Is it?
known. Yeah.
Wow, that's a weak Kansas
Mark
City.
Emmert knows about it.
Apparently.
Here's the thing I was thinking about, though. Seriously, like, with all these allegations, I mean, why would anyone in their right mind go to Lawrence, Kansas for anything? I've been there.
Uh-huh. We played a
There's no amount of money that would make me want to spend multiple years in that place.
volleyball tournament there my sophomore year of college.
Did you?
You
Now,
didn't get any trouble because there's nothing to do?
no, there's nothing to do. Now, it was fall, so I just remember they had like fields of sunflowers that were really pretty. That was it. That's the selling point of Kansas, right?
Look at these
The
sunflowers.
beautiful fields of sunflowers you can go take TikTok videos and pictures in.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, go in there and clack your heels.
Not that that existed back then, but
Boy.
yes. No, but I mean, it's a blue blood. Like, you go there because
He pulled his groin. That's what
I
happened.
know.
You're
I
looking at
heard
him
it.
like he's crazy.
No, I heard
now
him
you're
say my
stretching it.
groin.
Going stretches. This is what.
Oh.
Yeah,
So-
during the game, we go back to that.
Yeah,
Where we're
to the game.
so North Carolina jumps out, and Slade texts us. He's like, "At no point, no way in the world did I see this coming."
At
Right.
all. At all.
At halftime, were
That
you
was-
not like, what?
How
right?
did I pick them? That's what I was thinking. How did I pick them?
Yeah.
How did I pick them? I actually turned it off and proceeded to go to a birthday party. Got to the birthday party, walked to the bar, and it was 45-46. I said, oh, wow. We got a game.
Welcome
Kansas
back.
sped it up.
Yeah.
Kansas sped it up.
That's what I heard.
So,
Here's what the text was exactly. They are kicking in all caps the Shiano out of Kansas. Wow, no way I saw this. And then you just had to wait like till
Yeah.
5 minutes gone in the second half.
It's like, that's crazy, dude.
so the first half, that's you talking about Kansas speeding it up.
Yeah.
Watching them, I'm like, do they even care? They looked so lethargic, so slow. I mean, the out rebounded, like, did they want a second chance at all offensively in the first half? They didn't even want it. They didn't even attempt to rebound. And you know what I always say, rebounding is attitude
And energy. Effort.
energy
Yep.
and effort,
Right.
mindset, whatever. And I'm
Right.
like, what are you doing? This is, in fact, the national championship game. And they looked like they did not care
Yep.
at all.
Yep.
And then second half, you saw
Fire
You saw
lit
it
up on
flip.
them.
Do you think that Kansas walked into that game thinking that they could smoke North Carolina
I think they did.
based on film study and everything?
I think they did. I think they knew the game plan, and I think when they came out and scored immediately, Abaji hitting the three, then McCormick having his way down there. It was like, oh man, we got this right here. But the pace stayed at the same. Where what we talked about the whole time leading up to it, North Carolina, if you can get into their depth of their bench, then you really got them.
Then
You can get there. So it
They
stayed at that
definitely
pace
didn't get there in the first half, yeah.
Exactly. When they came out and sped it up, you saw guys starting to fall down and get tired, and it was different.
well, you heard one of the interviews at some point that Bill Self did. He kind of lightly mentioned, that they felt like if they could kind of squash them, that all of their energy that they exerted against Duke,
Yep.
like it would show and they would be tired at
Yep.
some point.
Yep.
That was in one of Bill Self's interviews. So I wonder if they had that conversation and that team went in the first half thinking that it would be the drain, that the tired legs and the lack of the energy, because
Yep.
everything was put into that Duke game, like you said,
Yep.
Slay,
Yep.
that, that would catch up to them. And I wonder if that Kansas team walked in the first half thinking that it would be that. And then it was like, oh, hey,
Yeah. No.
they're not there
No,
yet.
Yeah,
You gonna play.
Davis and Love for North Carolina in the backcourt, 10 of 41, 1 for 13 from three.
Tough.
That was tough. And, Davis just couldn't get it going in the second half. Had some runners that he was hitting in the first half, then they weren't falling in the second half. So Kansas with the natty. We'll talk about it. Tiger's going to play. AJ being shopped or no? You hear various things. We'll talk about that throughout the course of today. Again,
Diana Rossini weighs in.
I know. I wish she would.
Backed it up.
She's just killing like sports talk topics.
No, I bet Vrabel called her and was like, listen, please put an end to this stupid
Take care of this, please.
conversation.
Yes.
You should hear our sports talk radio shows here in town
Been
on
going
the
in for 2
zone.
days.
Just going in on this for 2 days, and it's dumb, and it's annoying me. Take care of it.
This is dumb. What is
And
not
that
dumb is this
so dumb.
So dumb.
this block party that's going to happen here at First Horizon Park. We're broadcasting live. We're in the concourse, watching the Durham Bulls out there stretching a little bit.
Can I just say, since we were kind of talking about last night's game,
Mhm.
and I don't know if you guys would, I would put it in this category that the Tar Heels choked, Lisa. Choked.
Let me ask you this though:
Choked.
Can an 8 seed choke in a national championship game?
Yes.
Only one of them has won it ever.
But you're leading by 16 points.
That's the reason why.
That's a choke job if
the
I've
reason
ever
why.
seen them.
Yeah, Gary asking that on Twitter. Is Dawn going to clap back at Lisa about the Tar Heels choke job?
Oh,
I mean, it's
really?
only
There you
fair.
go.
Yeah.
Dawn wouldn't
I
do
got
nothing
you,
like
Gary.
that.
We'll be right back for HL. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine is going to join us next. We've got a
Ooh.
golf tournament coming up. He's going to play in it. I'm sure he's better than us. I don't know if he can handle a 92 at Augusta like Slay,
Right.
but we'll find out. That's next. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. 3HL 104.5 The Zone, opening night at the Ballpark. First Horizon Park, that's where we are in the concourse. A little mist going on. To me, it's like 82 and sunny, so I don't know about y'all. Just visualize that, and it'll happen. The mind is a very powerful thing.
I will say the rain is supposed to stop in about 20 minutes, so.
Right. I mean, it's just
You're good.
misting anyway.
Yeah.
It's April.
April showers.
You know what
Spring
happens in
mist
May.
flowers. I know Kirby was like, "Hey, you kind of look like like you're going to a hockey game because I have my Sounds uniform on over my sweatshirt jacket." So, hey, speaking of hockey and the Preds, Nashville Preds regular season coming to a close. 104.5 The Zone has your chance to win tickets to cheer on the Preds as they make their postseason push. Listen, Blaine. And you can have a chance to win tickets from the Window Nation ticket window to see your Preds take on the San Jose Sharks. That's April 12th. NashvillePredators.com/tickets.
All right.
Come get them.
We just talked about the Sounds. We talked about the Predators. Now let's talk about the Titans. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, Titans wide receiver, joins us now. And we've got a golf tournament coming up April 25th, and NWI is going to play.
Yes, indeed.
In this tournament. So let's start there, Nick. Number one, welcome into the show. We appreciate you spending some time with us. How are things?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me. Doing well. Trying to work on my golf game as much as I can, and this rain is making it tough. So
I know, man.
I'm not too much of a hacker out there.
I know. Cold weather and rain, not good for the golf game. Like Brett Kern, for example, who is a .1 last time I knew his handicap. He won't play unless it's like above a certain temperature and, no rain at all. And so, yeah, you're right. So how is the golf game? What are we going to see out there?
I mean, it could go two different ways. I'm definitely, my goal for this summer, and I've been close for this off season is I'm not shooting anything super low, but I can put together a few good shots. Sorry if you hear my dog; he's going nuts right now.
I feel your pain.
Yeah, I'm excited. I fell in love with the game of golf a couple years ago once I moved to Nashville and had some free time in the off season. So I feel like most people, once they get around my age and they start golfing, they get kind of addicted to it. I'm definitely in that phase.
Are you trying to say you're old? You're like 25, man.
No, not saying I'm old. I just feel like a lot of people they'll get into golf once they get out of college. And feel like they need it for like business and whatnot. And it's easy to get obsessed with. I know that much.
So who got you into golf? Like what was it that drove you that path?
Honestly, it was probably one of my best friends. He was a teammate of mine in Indiana. And lucky he lived in Nashville. When I signed, he was already living here. I kind of fell in love with it. Season didn't really do much with it. And the very basic. You can buy.
I love
hacked around with those. Figured out a swing that worked, and then I was like, all right, let's buy my own set of clubs and take this seriously.
All punters
So
and
great.
kickers
Yeah.
are good golfers.
Yeah, stay away from the special teamers,
Yeah.
Nick.
Not fair.
Yeah, special team. You know what the thing is? They just have way too much time on their hands, right? So they have time to go
Yeah.
golf.
Yeah, I feel like they just get what the swing is like. They use it with their leg and their foot, so they understand it on a much better level than I do. Trying to figure out how to swing a golf club.
There you go. That's good perspective. I
Man.
like it.
Man. Nick, let me ask you this, man. You talking about breaking 90? Like that's your goal. See, I hope they don't pair you with me, because me, I'm out there, hacking it up. But when the lights come on and competition gets fierce, I might have to take that as a little challenge right there. You issuing challenges before we even get out there on the course, or what? Let me know what's going on, Nick.
Hey, we can set it now. I'm gonna try to break 90 on that day. That'll be give you something to work for. You gotta set the bar high and hope that you reach it, I guess.
Don't fall for Slay shenanigans, man. Slay's goal on April 25th will be 2 cigars and 4 shotgun beers.
Yeah.
That's his goal.
And still be able to hit the ball.
He can't break 90, by the way. Don't let him fool you.
I could break 90. My car get up to about 110. You hear me? I can break.
Well,
Nick-
Nick,
Different 90.
For 90.
yeah. You mentioned this weather kind of hurting your golf game. Well, I saw on Instagram a picture of some receivers.
Oh,
and,
here you go.
and I my favorite backup quarterback the entire league, at least able to get some work in. What has kind of off season been like for you guys so far?
It's been great. I've been able to see Logan a good amount working out this off season. It's been good seeing him and just seeing face, and just recently started getting back out there and and getting back into it. So it's been good. I'm excited. I got off that I didn't really see here and was able to enjoy that. And
Get time with the QB.
yeah, we usually get in the off before. No, I'm not gonna make it, but we do, yeah.
Wait, you got like some big trip coming up? We need like your
What's going on?
suitcase. Like,
A nosy host.
oh
big
man,
dog.
WI. I'm
like,
sorry.
eat something there.
Help Mike Woodson recruit us. Help. I know it.
When you look at your game, talking about route running and just in the off season, what is it for you that you specifically said, hey, this is where I want to get better. This is something I want to focus on. It's a part of my game that I feel like I want to pay more attention to in the off season. What is it for you at this point in your career?
Yeah, for me, more of a threat on offense. Would include, I feel like the biggest thing would just be like route running, just creating separation and being clean with releases. And there he goes. Sorry,
Dude, hey, that's a big dog. That,
No,
you're not little.
No, his bark is bigger.
What kind of dog is it?
He's a collie and Saint Bernard mix.
Oh,
Okay.
St.
Yeah.
Bernard's a
He's
big
going
dog.
crazy.
Yeah,
But he got more of the collie.
Well,
He got more of the collie. than him.
Okay.
and we got a lot of fans of the show that are dogs. So
Sweet.
he knows you're
Right.
talking to.
That's
That's
right.
what's going on there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Nick Westbrook-Ikhine with us on 3HL. Obviously, the season didn't end the way that you want. We'll get to that point. But last year's season for you guys, just outside looking in, seemed like such a grind. And I thought it was kind of a beautiful story with everybody. I mean, guys coming in off the street and everybody contributing and you guys obviously earning that number one seed. I mean, it gets taken away a little bit with the Bengals, but that was an unbelievable season because of everything that you guys went through.
Yeah, it was, and it was cool to kind of see it, be within it as it was happening, and watching dudes have to just step up and just find ways to win games when you're missing some of your better players. So it was cool to be a part of, and I felt like it was definitely like a total just team effort, grinding away to get that one seed. And obviously, like you said, it was unfortunate to have it end the way it did, because I feel like for me at least, speaking for myself, like that really wasn't even an option. It was like all I could really see was us going forward until the very end. So it was, but like you said, it was awesome season to be a part of. It being my second year, carving out a bigger role, and just watching everybody find a way to win games.
Take us back to that last play, that interception. When
Man.
we got to do it, man. We got to do it.
I know.
When you drove that route, man, it was congested. Were you surprised to see the ball when you turned around because of all the congestion there?
Not really. I kind of knew that, I was going to be a big option on the play. And
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I feel like I knew that as a receiver, you just kind of always got to expect the ball, and that's just kind of the mentality regardless of whatever route you're running. You just got to expect it. And for me, I felt like I could have ran a better route, after the fact. But what happened happened, and more than anything, I was just, looking back after, like, honored that, Ryan trusted me to throw you the ball in that situation. So that's just kind of how I look at it now, after the fact, after the dust settles.
What an unbelievable way to describe that.
Yeah.
How hard, like losing and ends of seasons and things like that are always hard, but how hard was that one?
That was, it was definitely tough. I'm not think anybody else does. It's not anything big, but it's just, especially in that situation, like I said, where, in my head, I kind of just, all I saw was us, making it to the Super Bowl. And it didn't even seem like really there was any other option. And not to say that I was looking ahead and like we weren't focusing on the Bengals. It was just like, I was ready for each step of the process. And so it was just kind of like takes you back and you're like, dang, like what happened? And it just kind of like resets you. And yeah, it was a tough one it was just for the shock value, I feel like, more than anything.
Nick, let me ask you this, man. Now you turn the page from then to now, and moving forward, you had an opportunity to have growth in that misfortune as well, in that loss.
Mm-hmm.
You seem like a person that grabs that and runs with it. So what do you take into this offseason, knowing what you were able to pick up from guys like your peers and A.J. Brown, and also getting the opportunity to be around a guy like Julio Jones, and then you got a vet like Adrian Peterson walking in the locker room. These people, shoot, I grew up watching. You know what I'm saying? So I can only imagine being in the locker room, sharing that space with them. What were some of the things you took from that season to push into this offseason, especially from those vets?
Yeah, I mean, just like you said, like watching those dudes work, you kind of see why they are the way they are and how they got the success they did in the game of football. And that was just, it was an awesome experience last year having Julio and AJ, in the same receiver room, especially being a bigger receiver. And you can definitely just learn things just watching them. And then on top of that, them helping you out, teaching you, explaining why you should do some certain technique versus another one. So yeah, I feel like it's just watching them work just is a reason why I'm going to go into, already starting and going forward, just kind of having that mentality of trying to emulate.
You got loners in the in sports world when it comes to working out. Some guys like to stick to their rituals. I go off in the mountains weeks, I grind it out, this, that, and the other. Out with you working with AJ and Logan Woodside and all these guys, how big is that as far as getting reps in? Being able to get that comfort zone of knowing that, man, when I come out that break, this ball is going to be right there in my face mask. So just get your hands up. How important is that moving ahead?
Yeah, that's huge. I feel like, especially, with the passing game and, that dynamic between the quarterback and the receiver, like that's a lot of what this success is. And I feel like you could see that throughout the league, with our team and, with other teams like dynamic duos that were out there. So yeah, I'm excited to keep working with them and keep building that, as we get closer to the season.
Anytime during this season, you had a lot of ups and downs you had to go through, where especially with injuries, that you walk back in the locker room getting ready for the next week thinking, golly, man, we King Henry down, man, AJ hamstring, Julio down. I'm the only one up. Like, like were you ever discouraged or, not the politically correct answer, but the straight up walking into the game before the ball's hiked, like feeling little butterflies like, darn, man, how we going to get this done? And then all of a sudden, you look at that defense and how they doing, and it push you guys to get over the hump.
Yeah, I mean, I would never say it was like discouraged, especially, I mean, the situation it put me in when those guys went down, it just, it gave me more of a chance to play and make plays. So, and I didn't want it that way, and I would love for them to be out there and also me being out there playing with them too. But like, just when those opportunities came, it was just like, wow, like this is a great opportunity. And I just feel like when it first happened, I think it was like the first Colts game, and I didn't really have time to think of, oh, so and so's down. It was just the game was already going. You know, they went down, and I just had to play. Like so like I was already in the flow of the game, and I feel like I kind of just rode that throughout those weeks where, you know, AJ and Julio were down and didn't really like blink and take a second to be like, oh crap, like, you know, I'm gonna be discouraged because, you know, they're down and we got to just figure out a way to win it. And I feel like too, part of that is just, you know, game plan and feeling confident in the game plan and watching film and understanding, like, you know, even though those guys are down, we can still make plays on this defense.
Yeah.
Nick Westbrook-Ikhine with us. He'll be playing in our golf tournament. You should too. April 25th, 1045thezone.com. Get information there. Did you do anything extravagant this offseason? Any trips we need to know about? Any advice on where to go down the road?
I did go this. Hopefully it helps me on April 25th. I went to the Waste Management Open.
Dude.
Scottsdale, Arizona.
People don't
so
understand, Nick, do they?
Oh no, that was one of the most fun trips I've ever had. It was incredible. The weather was perfect, and then watching those professionals play golf is a totally different level. So it made me realize where I'm lacking and where I need to get better. That's for sure.
Please tell me that you ventured into the stadium hole at some point.
I wish I did. But
Oh man,
I would have had to get there at like 6 a.m. and run to the gates, and I wasn't ready for that. I didn't hot tub before, so I wasn't going to be able to run there.
You can hear it all over the course, though. I mean, it is unbelievable.
Oh yeah, I was right there on the 10th green is right next to that stadium hole.
Yeah.
And talk about FOMO. Like I was just sitting there. Like I still had a blast watching all these other dudes play through, but like
yeah,
you just hear the crowd going nuts, you know, right by you, and all you want to do is get in there.
Hey, I don't know if you keep up with like all of these this gossip that goes around the league and sports talk shows and everybody, but Diana Rossini said the Titans are not shopping A.J. Brown. Just wanted to make sure that you knew that.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I tried not to really focus on any of it. I stick to my business, and what happens, happens. And I'm ready for it. So definitely would love to keep him. So I'm glad with that.
Yeah, there you go. Well, just in case you were wondering. Hey, we'll see you April 25th, man. You won't miss us. I promise.
Most definitely. The loudest
Looking forward to it.
All right, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it, man. There he is, Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, Titans wide receiver. Man, what an awesome dude.
That was pretty cool.
I was honored that he threw the ball to me.
Yeah. No, but it's true. I mean, that's a great, honest point by him. Ryan Tannehill trusted him enough as a teammate, as a receiver, to go in that direction.
Am I reading too much into it, Slay, though, where he said, yeah, I kind of expected the ball there? Like,
no, you're not.
Premeditate. Like, they knew where they were going with the ball. Right
you're not.
there.
I think that's two ways. You know, as a receiver, you're running the route to always expect the ball. And then the second is coming out of that huddle, you know it's coming to you.
I feel like they made up their mind to throw it there. Yeah, that's what I took from that.
Do that.
All right, when we come back, your chance to win tickets to tomorrow's Sounds game at 6:35 against the Durham Bulls. Babs is like going third base coach over here, giving Slay signs. I'm trying to read a liner. That's
I love it.
not even in front of me. So that's where we are.
I just want I want a more detailed offense this year. That's all.
I think.
1-0.
1-0.
Snort count. Slay's up 1-0.
I think.
I don't even know what to do with that, Babsy.
I'm sorry.
No, that was right.
I want some more options.
Like you're doing theorems in math?
Yes.
Is like you need to show your work?
Show your work.
The offense
There's
needs to show its
like
work.
6 ways you can get somewhere. Make sure that you have 6 options to get somewhere.
I don't want you to flippantly throw the ball there. I want to know why he threw the ball there. And what is your plan on the next play?
And what are
This is
the
exactly
other
how we-
options that are there?
It's exactly how we do
Make
our
sure
show.
there's more than one.
Yeah. All right, your chance to win Sounds tickets coming up at 4 o'clock. Eddie George, TSU with a big announcement. We'll go ahead and tell you what they're going to be up to this fall next on 104.5 The Zone.
Hi, I'm Ryan Kelly. Thinking you need a big down payment to buy a house? Well, you don't. So stop searching for the money. At thehomeloanexpert.com, we can get you in the home of your dreams with no money down. Get pre-approved today at thehomeloanexpert.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. We're at the ballpark. I love coming to First Horizon Park. This is such a beautiful venue, man. With Third and Home over there. Got all those condos over there. Got the parking garage. Got like, what are those, Asian maple? I think. Those purple trees. Beautiful, man. Putt-putt course.
Trees.
What? Why? How do you know a tree? I'm about to do landscaping in my backyard. Actually, I'm trying to find somebody to do it. But
Kirby said them dogwoods. Oh.
Those are dogwoods,
I
Kirby?
thought they're cherry blossoms.
The purple tree?
So I know names of trees now.
How much money you
I
gonna
got to
spend
see
on
the
your
blossom.
landscape?
My
I
house.
hate everything about
Everything.
I
About
hate
trees?
everything about trees
said
and
how much-
landscaping and grass. I hate it all.
I said, how
hate
much money you going to spend on that landscape? She said, I hate everything.
Get it, Babsy.
it. Why is it so expensive?
Yeah,
I mean-
it costs to look nice.
Yeah. If you don't want to pay for it, they go do that yard over there.
Truth. Mine's
God.
about to be a mud pit for about a year.
TSU with some big news.
It's you.
I feel like our mics are cutting out. Do you? Or is that just my headset?
It's you.
I think it's
That's
just your
just my
headset.
headset.
Mhm.
Might be the headset.
TSU. This
I think
news
it's
is
just in your head.
probably.
All in your head.
You griping about things is in my head.
That's right.
Don't get tickets.
TSU's football schedule. This news is so new that it's not even online yet.
Nice.
TSU will play at Notre Dame this year.
What?
2023.
TSU will go to South Bend. No, yeah, not this year.
2023.
Yes.
2023. They will go play in South Bend.
Hail Mary.
Touchdown, Jesus.
That's right.
All of it.
Mm-hmm.
How
Golden
crazy.
Domers.
Is
Yeah.
this is the Eddie George effect?
This is
This that you
phenomenal.
talk about Dion. These are the effects that come from that, from eyes on program.
Without question.
And how cool is that going to be experience wise? To go for any team.
Yeah, for any
I don't
team.
care. I remember, was it Vanderbilt that played there?
That's what I was going to say, Babs.
Yes.
I remember.
See, they did a home and home.
They did a home and home.
We need Notre Dame in the hole. That's what we need.
Boy.
Can you
They would pack that thing.
Woo.
Oh, my
That would
God.
be amazing.
Oh, my goodness.
But like, how cool is that? I remember the Vanderbilt players just talking about it like years in advance, like the just an iconic trip like that to be able to play in a place like that. How neat is that?
It's beyond neat. Is it inexplainable or unexplainable? It's both.
Yes.
But this is the thing. Like,
Inexplainable.
as a player, you are excited just to go practice in these places.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
remember my senior year when we went out Oak Hill, we went out West. We had the opportunity to practice in Pauley Pavilion. Dude, you get like a superpower or something in practice. Like, you go over and beyond. Like, we were really getting after it. We didn't want coach to stop practice. So I can only imagine, man, young guys, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Like, that's – you may not never walk in there again. You know what I'm saying? And to go in there and compete, it's different. It's fun as a fan.
Yeah.
So to be a player to go there, that's totally different, man. That's what's up.
remember
Little love to Dr. Mickey Allen, too, making those things happen.
Mickey Allen getting it done, bro.
Oh, yeah, he ain't going to play with him. He ain't going to play with him.
I remember going to the Notre Dame game when they played Vanderbilt at Dudley Field, at Vanderbilt Stadium. And I think Notre Dame won like 13-10 maybe. But it was a game where, like, Vanderbilt couldn't get a lot done offensively, but they just throw it up on 3rd and long to Todd Yoder, who ended up playing in the league down at Tampa Bay. And so we all just started saying it was 3rd and Yoder, like the whole rest of the season. But the environment, yeah, it's funny, man. I went and saw Notre Dame play Tennessee and Neyland Stadium in 1990. I've been to a million football games. That's the one time that I could feel the presence of that program come on the field.
Mm-hmm.
You could feel it, all the ghosts and everything. They brought them right with them.
Yeah.
All those ghosts were on the sideline. You could feel them.
Ooh. I'm trying to think. I was able to go attend. Golly, was it USC?
You went to USC Notre Dame?
No. It was Notre Dame. Somebody came to Notre Dame. It was a humongous game. We
Was it
drove
the
up to go
Bush
see
push?
it.
How did you end up there?
My reps. We go to all games. I'm telling y'all, like we
People say
That's what
he's
we
like
do.
Visa. He's
That's
everywhere
what
you
we
want to
do.
be.
We go to games. So I'm about to tell y'all the game right
My
now.
reps.
Golly.
It was the Matt Leinart game, wasn't it, with Reggie Bush, where he pushed him into the end zone.
I can't remember, man, but whatever game it was amazing. Just, dude, we about 6 rows up, too, over in the student section, rocking with them.
In the student
I remember looking up, dog, and you looking at the touchdown Jesus, and, like, that's just a different experience, man. Them gold helmets, like, you start thinking about the movie Rudy and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's almost like they say when you play the Yankees, don't look at the stripes. You
Yeah.
get caught up, man, and before you know it, you down 14-0. So I can't wait for TSU to get up on.
The best quote I ever heard about touchdown Jesus was in
Let me ask my
1991
reps.
when Tennessee had the miracle at South Bend in South Bend when they played Tennessee.
We went to Nebraska, Notre Dame. My bad.
Nebraska.
Classic. It was an instant classic too.
Oh, but that was pre-down Nebraska.
Yeah. There you go. Sorry, my bad, Mayor.
Oh, you're good. Tennessee makes this big comeback. Notre Dame drives down the field, tries to kick the winning field goal, and Jeremy Lincoln comes flying off the edge. He played in the league with the Lions. Comes flying off the edge, overruns the play. The ball hits him in the butt, and then sails off target. And John Ward called it good because Bob Kesseling had stood up in front of him, and he thought that the kick was good. So he said, the kick is up, and it's good. No, it's no good. It is no good. So Tennessee wins. So there were 2 great quotes that came out of that game. Jeremy Lincoln thanked his mom for giving him such a big butt. That was a great quote.
I remember that.
That was real?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
Johnny Major said after the field goal attempt went up in the air, he looked at touchdown Jesus, and touchdown Jesus was waving no good.
That's
So hey,
get
we've
better than
got
that.
your chance to win Sounds tickets. Hang tight just a second. And let's get Andy in there real quick because Andy called in trying to defend Dawn and wanted to go at Lisa, and I cut him off and all these things. And I felt bad about it
You shut him down.
because Andy wasn't feeling well and all these things, and we love Andy. Andy, give me like 30 seconds, bro.
Lisa, where you at, girl? You can't trash talk my girl and not come back and you lose. I'm real fired up. How do you want your crow? I can do it medium, rare, girl. Plain. You just let me know where it's at. But come on, girl, come back and eat your crow.
I love it.
Yeah, that's real.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Andy.
615-737-1045, always the number. Eddie
How do you
George.
like your crow?
That's factual.
Eddie George coming up. TSU playing Notre Dame in South Bend. We'll talk about it with him. EG next on 104.5 The Zone. But right now, your chance to win Nashville Sounds baseball tickets. Nashville Sounds baseball is back. 104.5 The Zone has your chance to win tickets from the Window Nation ticket window to tomorrow night's Sounds game as they take on the Durham Bulls. Be caller number 5 through to Hunk right now. Your chance to win 615-737-1045. day in the Music City. Perfect day for opening night at First Horizon.
Yep.
That's in my mind. That's in my mind's eye. I also just almost took out my eye with my own pen.
What was that, yo?
I was holding my pen and I was like trying to point to my eye and I released the pen. And
Please, brother, don't.
I mean, you growing, I stab my eye. I don't know what Don's gonna do.
Hey
over
man,
here.
so I'm trying to. Is my groin acting up, and it's giving my hip problem?
Are you on?
WebMD. Dude,
That's what he's doing. Look at him.
you do it all the
I'm
time.
gonna figure it out.
I know, but I'm a head case. Don't become
Don't
me,
do
Slay.
that. Don't do it. Man, I'm telling you, man. So I've been out there bumping and grinding with my. What? Yeah, I've been bumping and grinding with my kids. And
Oh,
my two girls. I got some dogs, man. One going to Lipscomb
yeah.
next year. One MTSU next year. And man, I've been out there bumping with them, boy. Woo! I gotta get to working on my core again, man. I gotta get my. You remember last year when I
Slay.
used to do work on my core? And,
You're 40.
Yeah, no, you can't. No, it ain't never over though, yo. It's just it ain't never over. You can't never give it up, man. Can't never give it all the way up. Like if you challenge me right now, I'll go out there and spank you up.
We
you
did
might beat me.
challenge you to a 40.
Now,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
He's backpedaling that.
What you doing, What
I'm
you over
trying to
there doing?
give you a way in to say that if you need some help, there's somebody on the line that could probably help you.
Well, I do need some help. I need some help, not for the 40, but I need some help for just looking fit.
Well, Eddie George is your guy. TSU football coach Eddie George joins us
And
now.
it looks fit.
EG, what's up, man?
Always.
How are you?
Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing today?
Hey, huge news for TSU. For those that don't know, I mean, this story just came down not too long ago, and we got to get the backstory here. But TSU will play at Notre Dame in 2023, and that is a phenomenal thing. How did you get this done, you and Mickey Allen and everybody over there at TSU?
It was just the diligence on the side of both parties, I think. Initially, when you look at an opportunity like that, you kind of skittish on it. You just want to be at a good place with your football team in terms of athletics and the bodies that you're bringing in the building. But, just the opportunity for our kids to have that experience to play against an iconic brand of Notre Dame football at their place. The house where Newt Watney built, Lou Holtz, just the pageantry and history associated, the tradition with Notre Dame football, the national championships that they've won, the Heisman Trophy winners that they have, the great men that have gone to that institution, and equally speaking for Tennessee State, the pageantry that we bring, the first FCS school that school would have been played for us has been tremendous. And the exposure that we'll have is going to be on NBC live, nationally televised, and for people to see Tennessee State in a different light, nationally speaking, for what we bring, what we've done, our tradition, and what we're this opportunity.
When you did this job, was this something in your mind? Like, I want something like this. I want to make something like this happen. Was this, I mean, I know you went through a million different things as far as building.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So was this something that was on your list?
At some point, you want to compete against the best. In order to be the best and use that as a barometer, you have to compete against the best. And at some point, I didn't know when. I figured that, we build this program up, get our recruiting classes in to get to this level. This opportunity presented itself for us, and it's just why not? I believe in, I'll play anybody, anywhere, anytime. And it's an opportunity for us to get better, for us to show our program off. And for me, it wasn't necessarily a to-do list immediately, but in order for us to build our goal of going from FCS to FBS, you got to schedule these types of games and have these types of opportunities. And I think it's a win-win for both parties.
Eddie George is with us. Eddie, the kids, when they heard about it and they found out? What's the reaction? I'm sure your phone's blown up, right?
Well, they don't know. I haven't shared this news with them as of yet. I'm pretty sure they know now.
They know now.
I was kind of reluctant on. Yeah, well, we were supposed to make this announcement today, and I didn't want it to share the news with them on Monday in fear that they can't hold water. So, you know how 18-year-old kids are. Hey, we're going to play Notre Dame next year, so I just wanted to, respect both parties for the news. So they'll know tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be excited. Listen, I had the opportunity to play against Notre Dame in college, and it was at the Horseshoe, and that game was highly anticipated, and just the recognition, the attention that it brings. To play against Notre Dame is such a great thing, for HBCU, FCS school to go make this trip is truly a bucket list for people that love college football or just love the venue of being in a great place like Notre Dame on a Saturday. I had the opportunity to do that as a player and as a father. My oldest son, when he played at Vanderbilt, played at Notre Dame, and it was a wonderful experience. So for our fan base to have an opportunity to go to Notre Dame, if they haven't been, to experience that, to watch us compete against a school that has played in the FBS playoffs in the championship series. And I pray that we are competitive. We have a competitive team at that time when we go up there September 2nd of 2023, that we can put a product out there that our fan base can be proud of.
Coach Eddie George, listen, man, I'm proud of you and things that you're doing with Tennessee State University. But how long did it take for you to get used to people saying coach? Because when coming out that player role, man, coach is that's a different term.
Oh yeah, I'm still getting used to it.
yeah.
Almost a year into it. April 10th will mark the first full calendar year that I would have held that title. And it comes with a great responsibility, Ron. I mean, it really does. Being a coach is a calling. You're responsible for 105 lives in terms of young men becoming men, and you're teaching, you're preaching, you're mentoring, you're praying over, you're disciplining, you're wanting to strangle their neck sometimes, you're laughing with them, you're crying with them. Much like, you've had some great coaches in your career. I aspire to be like the mentors and coaches that I've experienced in my life, from Coach Cooper to Jeff Fisher to my high school coach, Mickey Sullivan, my running back coach, Sherman Smith, Tim Spencer, my strength and conditioning coach, Dave Kennedy, just guys that have poured into me over the years. I bring all of that experience and my thumbprint to it. So it is a remarkable calling to be a part of, man, a profession to be in. And I never thought it would bring this much joy and gratification to my life. It really is. I've inherited 105 new sons, and I have 2 sons of my own. So it's been awesome.
One more question for me. Now, you look at an HBCU, and now you get guys that start to come there. You get a coaching staff under you and rocking not under you, but rocking alongside with you. And then Hugh leaves.
Yes,
sir. How important is that for coaches that you bring in also to be able to use that as you grow, be able to use that as a springboard as well to be able to get out and do their own thing?
Absolutely, man. You couldn't say it any better. My goal is to have coaches come in, whether you're white, black, doesn't matter. But I like to have men of diversity and of color get those opportunities to come in and learn and grow and have an opportunity to become head coaches themselves. The number one thing that I ask all of my coaches that I brought on board when in the interview process is, what do you want out of this? What are your long-term goals?
Yeah.
How can I help you get there? So that's important for me. Huge blessing that he came in for the time that he shared. He brings 20 years of NFL experience, college experience, helped us get that first brick laid in my first year. And now he's the head coach, refurbished his career as Grambling's coach. So that means a lot for me, for my coaches, to not come in and be lifers, but to come in, become leaders, and to move on to a new situation. So to say you have a coaching tree now is really an honor, man, to do that. So it's been awesome. Thanks for asking that question.
No doubt.
Eddie George with us on 3 Tell. Eddie, how different was it to go through a football season as a coach as opposed to having spent all of your life as a player? What were there differences there?
Oh yeah, I'm not getting hit.
Hey man, you dished it out though.
Hey, you know what? I dished it out. I'm not getting hit. I don't have to worry about the bruises. But I'll tell you what, I'm probably more tired as a coach than I am as a player because you invest so much into it emotionally throughout the week, the game planning, the speeches, all of that you're putting into it on a weekly basis. And you're exhausted. That's probably the one thing that was more eye-opening than anything else, the amount of energy that you spent, that you put into it, and how exhausted you are at the end of the day. So I've enjoyed it. There are times when I wish I could put on pads and show them exactly what I'm talking about. But
you can, coach.
Hey, lower your pad level. Oh no, it don't work the same way. That knee lift don't get as high, and the shoulders can't take the pounding as like they used to. I just left rehab because I tore my bicep tendon, curling with 30-pound weights. So it's a different animal these days. But I like to try to inspire, entertain, lighten the mood a little bit for my players, and I'm growing as a coach, and I'm growing as a person through this process, and I'm trusting God to really guide me and to speak through me to minister to these men, because ultimately that's what it is that I am leading them to their God-given calling, okay, and that's a huge responsibility, and it's to bring guys to know God and to trust God ultimately with their path and their purpose in life, and showing them life through football or life through basketball. You're teaching life principles and values that's going to be generational wealth for their kids and their grandkids and so forth, because it's the same thing that I'm teaching my sons. And it's just, again, when you are called as a coach, it is a huge responsibility.
If I'm a parent, I'm like, sign my kid up right now. But
Amen. If you got a 6'5" quarterback for me right now, with an arm like boy, that's what I'm looking for.
We need that. We need that NIL deal, Eddie.
That's right. No, hey.
Hey, you guys, and listen, you guys got some money. So, hey, we can put a partnership. We can put a package together now. We can do that.
I love it.
Well, along those lines, really. I mean, you talk about being exhausted just from the coaching and the season and that part of it.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, what you're talking about as far as influencing, changing lives, probably the most important part of your job now is recruiting to be able to get those kids to you to be able to change their lives. So what's been maybe the most surprising or challenging part or exhausting part of that too?
You know what? When you think about it, I recruited in some form or fashion my whole life. Yeah. Okay, and when you think about, you're selling yourself, you're selling your program, you're selling an experience that they're probably not going to get anywhere else, because it is unique. Every place is different. Ohio State's different from Notre Dame. Notre Dame is different from Tennessee State. And once I realized that, wow, it's no different than me recruiting business for my wealth management. It's no different than me selling myself to get acting jobs or whatever that may be. We're always selling something. So I'm selling authenticity. I'm selling experience. I'm selling a wonderful experience as we evolve to an elite, prestigious, sustainable program, and that's what I've been doing. And I'm being real with these kids. I'm not selling. I don't have a sales pitch. You know, it's different for every kid. Every kid is coming here we're looking for a different opportunity, and we may not be the right fit, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So just as I'm recruiting these kids, I am seeing if they're going to be a great fit for my program, because I'm not trying to recruit a knucklehead, somebody that's not going to listen, somebody that lacks discipline, somebody that only cares about just football. So there's a criteria list that I'm looking for. I'm looking for leaders. I'm looking for guys of great character that want to be more than just a football player, because that's how I was coached, and that's what I preach.
Man, I love that you explained exactly what goes into being a coach to everyone, because the long, drawn-out days, man, when you going to get kids and kids have a problem, they're not calling mom or dad or uncle or aunt or handler or trainer or the person that got the NIL deal. They calling people, high school coaches, college coaches, and a trainer. Them the three people, man. So kudos to you for taking on that responsibility. And you ahead of the game, Eddie. I'm going to be honest, man, because you keep the hair shaved down, and I got gray everywhere, and I just coached 4 years. So you keep doing what you're doing. You're giving me hope, brother.
Well, I tell you what, man, just the other day, you know, I had this conversation with our team, is that, you know, courage sometimes isn't just taking on in the gap or going up, fostering and fostering through that is imposing your strength or imposing your will. Courage is sometimes having the ability to say, hey, I need some help, you know, and having the courage to step out and raising your hands, saying, hey, I'm struggling in a certain area of my life. And that's something that as us as men, we think we can take on the world by ourselves.
Yeah.
So, you know, in the response I got a few kids that came up and said, hey, Coach, I'm struggling in this area. I need help here. I need counseling here in private. So that lets me know that I'm on the right track. This is something that is working, is bigger than just football, because these kids have gone through COVID.
Yeah.
They've gone through high gas prices. They're going through all types of stuff at school. They're dealing with a lot. And emotionally speaking, you know, they need an outlet. So the mental wellness, the mental wellness and health of these kids are so important, and the development of their spirit is so important moving forward. So, again, you know, football is just the conduit to really affect and change the soul of the human being.
Yeah.
I mean, there he is, Eddie George. Real quick, you were talking about courage. My man Slay over here needs some courage. He, for some reason, Eddie, at the age of 40, he agreed to run a 40 at 5 seconds or faster. He said he just needs a month. He needs to give up on this quest, doesn't he?
Nah.
See? See?
Matter of fact, hey, you got any eligibility left?
Hey,
you want to flat, dog? I can put you at tackle, man. Hey, if you got eligibility, then you can have another career playing football, bro.
Hey,
boy,
guess
wouldn't that
what,
be-
Eddie? I only played 3.5 semesters. A lot of people don't know. So, you know, 3 years and a half a semester. I may got a half left.
Eddie,
Hey, man,
he doesn't like to get
I
hit.
get you there.
Eddie said
He
he'll give me
doesn't
that.
like to get
You heard
hit.
Eddie? Who you gonna trust? Eddie, I trust Eddie. Trust in Eddie. That's the new slogan, baby.
I'm rolling with God. I'm rolling with Slade, man. I believe in you, dog.
My man.
I believe you will crack that self-follow, man. I believe it, dog.
My brother.
See, you said all of these beautiful words that made so much sense, and now I don't know what happened.
Hey, man, it makes sense to us competitors, man. Keep mentoring, Eddie. Thank you,
I love
brother.
it. Hey, man, thanks for the time, man. Congrats on that news. I know Dr. Allan, that's a big reason why you took that job, is that guy, and we can't wait to talk with him about this, too.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, beautiful, man. And listen, again, all kudos go to Mickey Allen. It goes to my chief of staff, Dusty Bennett, and, of course, President Glover for signing off on this. I think she's elated, and if she's happy, I'm happy. So all is well.
Love it. Thank you,
Love
EG.
it.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, guys.
All right.
Take care.
All right, there is Eddie George. Man,
Yeah.
I really didn't
Would
think he
you-
would encourage you to do that.
Listen,
I didn't
man.
either.
I'm
Especially because he's
Right.
rehabbing from a torn bicep
Yo, man.
currently.
Listen, rehab's a part of the process.
I love
Failure's
it.
a part of the process.
You
Get
would
back
play
up.
for him, wouldn't you?
Oh, heck yeah.
Gary on Twitter at 3HL1045. How the heck does Eddie George get more amazing every year? Growth. Always grow, man. All right, we'll be right back. 3HL1045 this home.
A moment's peace.
I'm Ryan Kelly with thehomeloanexpert.com. Banks are great for car loans, but when you need a home loan, you need an expert. We'll get you pre-approved the day you call in, lower rates, and with our 21-day closing guarantee, you'll be in your dream home in weeks.
They are getting the field ready. We are good to go at 6:35 for opening night here against the Durham Bulls. They've got a 6-game set against Durham, and we're going to give away tickets for tomorrow night's game coming up in about 15 minutes. Allan Bell joins us now from Sportsline.com. AB, what's up? How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Y'all doing all right?
Yeah, we're doing great, man. Just thinking about that game last night. Slay and I were talking during the break, and maybe you know the answer to this. This is why we love you. And if you don't, we still love you. But did Vegas get hammered when North Carolina took that lead because of in-game betting? I just imagine a lot of people going Kansas at that point when they went down.
Yeah, there were a lot of people that did. That did hammer down on Vegas with that, right? Because you had such good odds. I mean, 15-point lead for North Carolina at halftime. Vegas was smart in terms of the live betting. They, usually 15-point lead, they would have Kansas, a massive underdog.
Yeah.
They didn't. Yeah, they didn't. They limited it because they knew that, people would come back on the other side. So they had Kansas like plus, 4.5 or something like that, right? So, but still, people took advantage of it. They won off of it. Vegas did get it back in the end because so many people before the game had bet not only the over, but Kansas minus 4.5 as well. So Vegas won a lot of that back. So, yeah, they were okay, but people did hit them live for sure.
I saw 17 million and change, something like that. Was this a heavily bet national championship game and tournament overall?
Oh, yeah. One of the largest ever. Because, one, you had 2 blue bloods, and 2, because you have so many states now that this is their first or second time being able to do it. I'll say this, last year, there was about 8 million across the country that was wagered on the NCAA tournament. So, yeah, this is going to go down as the most wagered, but we'll see that number, be the largest year after year, at least for the next couple, because they're continuing to add states.
Well, I know I lost with I said they were going to beat them. I took Kansas -5.
See, there's the bad beat for you.
Yep.
My man runs out of bounds. He doesn't run out of bounds. He gets fouled.
Yep,
they win by 5 potentially. They cover.
Yep, 100%.
I did go with the under,
like
though, AB.
You did. Hey, that's a smart call, right? The under hit and the first half under hit at 70.5 as well. So that was a good call. Brett, yeah, you're right. Like, there was so much money riding on that last, 20 seconds of the game. Just incredible. I was sitting there just with my jaw open, like, how do they get it this close every single time? It's nuts.
It's amazing.
I mean, it's crazy because that inbounds pass, you see the guy go running up the sideline. You're like, all they have to do is get the ball to him. He's down the court, and they'll have to foul him. But
literally, like that foot that had like the little like side of your foot right there, like by your pinky toe.
Yeah.
That was worth about $8 million right there. Like it's
that little space.
Hey, real quick, off sports, I noticed you got caught up in this Garth Brooks honky tonk thing. So for those that don't know, story of the day, Garth Brooks announced today that he will have a new bar coming to downtown Nashville. And there are odds, according to people on social media, on what the bar will be called.
Wow.
Yeah, they do.
Low Places is the favorite.
Friends. Yeah, Low Places is the favorite. And you've got others out there that were like, what was it, plus 400 for 2 pina coladas, like plus 650, like the Thunder Rolls. I'll say this, the best one was like, plus 1,500 for American Honky Tonk Bar Association. Not a bad play there if you're trying to find value. Yeah, that's a sneaky one for sure. But yeah, Low Places, friends of Low Places, that's prohibitively the favorite.
That is crazy.
Yeah, at Tweets Destroy put that out there. I see. This is why people need to follow you, AB.
Oh, AB gonna put it out
for random things like this.
There we go.
So where do you turn your attention? Obviously, this week we need to talk about the Masters, right? Like, so how do you bet the Masters?
Yeah, all right, so you're exactly right. Like, that's where I'm looking at the Masters. And start looking ahead to the Kentucky Derby. We're not far away from that.
Ooh,
You got a little time there, yeah. So with the Masters, it's a lot like NASCAR, right? Like, you've got, 90 people that are in the field, right? So what you do is you just kind of take a look and move your money around a little bit. Don't be afraid, to kind of take shots. You don't have to play full units either, right? So kind of how I do it is I'll pick 2 people to win outright, about
25% of a unit, something like that, a top 5 finish, a top 20 finish, and then you'll see head-to-head matchups, for Thursday, right? So, guys like Adam Scott versus Mark Leishman, Patrick Cantlay, versus Rory, things like that, right? So that's kind of how you want to look at it. And then as you go, they'll update those each day, which makes it more fun. But yeah, like just don't be afraid to put your money in a lot of different places because it's very difficult to pick one person to win. It's just so hard.
I mean, you go throw down on Tiger?
Or the field.
Ooh, that's tough, man. I'll tell you this. More money has been placed on Tiger already than is going to be placed on anybody else. It's nuts. I'll say this. And look, we all
Like
love Tiger
to make
Woods,
the cut or
to win.
no?
To win.
So straight
That's
out win.
ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
he's gonna be lucky to finish.
There's no value there, AB.
None. Like none. And Don, you're exactly right. Like that's the hard part. Like you all pull for him, but I'm telling you, if anybody's books, whichever one that you use, if you see one that fades Tiger, just do it. It's business. Look, you can still pull for him, but it's just business. Take that. I mean, the odds are just astronomical that he makes the cut, much less win the thing.
I love it. Well, hey, next week when we have you on, we'll talk about the NHL stretch run, the NBA, and how to go down those paths. But yeah, the Masters will be fun. If you have any questions for Allan Bell, hit him up on Twitter at AllanBell247. What's going on Sportsline.com, AB?
Yeah, like you said, breaking down the Masters this week, breaking down Kentucky Derby, NBA playoffs. Major League Baseball is starting Thursday,
Yes.
right? So we just brought in, two experts. One guy who worked in the front office of 2 different MLB teams. We've got CBS Sports guys that have done front office stuff there as well. So they're going to be breaking down every single day of the games that we have. So make sure to do it. If you go to sportsline.com, use promo code EARLY, EARLY. Get 30 days for free on me. You'll get the Masters, Kentucky Derby, NBA playoffs, and Major League Baseball and NHL.
Ooh.
30 days free on me. Try it out.
Love it. At Allan Bell 24/7. Thank you, AB. Appreciate it.
Looking, AB.
I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
When we come back, Kennedy Chandler has made a decision. We'll tell you what that is next. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
Buddy Allen Carpet in 25 seconds.
They're having their little sounds pre-game meeting about to happen over there, and it's opening night, so it's the first one.
Mother Nature's not cooperating, although it has stopped raining. It's not going to rain for the game tonight,
they got
so you're good.
They got a block party right outside. You got
Smells good.
food trucks, all kinds of things going on down here, man. They are celebrating baseball here at First Horizon Park.
Mother Nature needs to get.
This how it's supposed to be. This how you bring it. Bring it on in. Good barbecue. Excuse me. Peanut butter and M&Ms right there.
As Slate eats.
Yeah. A good barbecue. Good music.
They're
Peanuts
jamming.
ready. The beer's flowing. This is it, man. You know what I mean? The rain cleared up. Regardless of what the sky look like, it's the atmosphere that's what you're going to be sitting in that's going to be the best thing happening.
Yes.
You know, so y'all get on down here, man. Hurry up, too.
Come see us.
Yeah,
Please.
we'll be here until 6 or a little later.
I beg y'all to come see us, man.
We're right inside the main gate, so when they open that, we're right here.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope my car didn't get towed. That's what I hope.
Well,
that's
came
what
over there
happens
with me
when
and
you
Babs.
park illegally there.
So they came with me and Babs.
Uh-huh.
We're trying to find a parking spot. I'm like, yeah, they take over the lot at 5:30. It's like 2.5 hours away. I'm good.
Man, you know what?
And y'all are like, no, we're going to go pay for parking over here.
Because it
Just-
was really close.
I'm a man
Exactly.
I'm a man on an island.
Yes, you are.
So we'll see how that works out. Kennedy Chandler going pro.
He gone.
He go.
Not really a surprise, right?
No,
Hiring
zero.
an agent. Too.
Yeah.
It's leaving all doubt.
Yeah.
Taking all that out. So, I mean, I think it's the right decision, man. You know what I mean? He came in, gave his all for Tennessee, used it as a great platform to expand his game, his knowledge of the game, and also to help his home state university. So, I don't think he could have asked him, well, why are these peanut butter M&Ms making me do that? Like, can't
Do
get them all
what?
the way down. It's like just sitting here. But
You ate like 10 before we just came on here.
that's probably it.
Intro music. Let me shove my mouth with a bunch of peanut butter M&Ms.
I speak from experience, by the way, Slay.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah, and I mean, that was the understanding all along. I would think, hey, man. I think that was so emotional.
it was a wrap. Yep.
And he,
Fully invested.
speaking of Tennessee, Vescovy not hiring an agent, but exploring the process.
He'll be back.
Josiah Jordan James also.
Back.
We'll be back.
This is my opinion also. That he'll be back. I ain't just.
I mean,
You're
listen,
saying with what he hears,
Yeah.
he'll be back.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, I listen to a lot of people talk about. If you're going to talk about Tennessee basketball, I might pay attention.
Just saying. Just saying.
Speaking of Tennessee basketball, and we'll get you a chance to win sound tickets for tomorrow's game here in just a second. But Tennessee, this news came out today, will play in the Maui Invitational next season, and it's the 40th event.
Ooh.
Road trip.
Yeah, most definitely.
Can we do the show from there?
Come
Yes.
on, man. Sponsorships. Come on, y'all.
Make it happen.
Okay.
Sponsor it and come with us.
Yes, and roll with us.
Slay will have a sandal on one foot and a shoe on the other.
Man, that's Jerry Green spectacular outfit right there is what that is.
You know what? We can get out there
And catch some waves.
and drive like a Ford Mustang.
Why
John
not?
Barker, Two Rivers Ford. Let's go.
There you go. Y'all ain't got no roof out there.
You're going to drive to Maui?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying once we get out there.
Oh.
Now you know they got they got cars that can drive on the water now though. No, they do for real. No, for real.
I want to see
y'all.
Slay in that. I want to see
I'm
Slay in
serious.
that.
No.
I'm serious.
Like on the boat on the water?
No, a car drives into the water and turns into a boat.
You know what I always thought? They should be able
I'm
to
show y'all.
create.
I'm gonna show you.
They should be able to create. Hey, man, what's up? They should be able to create some sort of vehicle that shoots you through a tunnel, like at the bank. You know when you go to the bank
Oh, yeah.
and you send like your check or whatever, your deposit slip, and it goes vroom, and then ends up in the building?
Yeah.
Why can't we do that with us?
I think, isn't Elon Musk trying to do something
Is he?
like that?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, probably so.
Just shoot me over to
They got
Hawaii.
something like that in France, to Germany,
The tube.
underground. Yeah,
The
Yeah.
channel.
yeah. They tried to get me to go in there. I said, "No, I'm straight." Tried to get me. What was it, Oktoberfest or some holiday? Where
Like
you go
if
drink
you're
a lot of beer.
claustrophobic or you have any fear of,
Man,
like
I got-
that makes my anxiety like just go out the roof.
Fear of being fried in a tunnel. That do it for me.
And you
I'm
can't get
straight. Yeah, I'm
out?
straight. Man, what? I'll be going crazy in there. No, then I'll be late for practice, get fined. I ain't nope. Get me on back to where I got to go.
Here is the field for that Maui Invitational. You ready?
I'm serious.
All that to say, we're trying to get there.
Yeah, please.
Here's who's in it.
Just shoot me in a tube. Slay's not driving in the underwater interstate.
That's right.
And Don thinks John Barker could get her across the water in a car. A Ford.
Mustang.
Yeah. All right, here are the teams playing in the Maui Invitational. Chaminade. They have to.
God,
Yeah,
that might be the most beautiful campus ever.
Is it?
Yeah. My brother looked at playing there.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Pepperdine, too. Pepperdine's up there.
Yeah.
UCLA, Syracuse, Purdue, Marquette, Gonzaga, and Kansas.
That's a
Nice.
lineup.
That is a field.
That's a
They-
lineup. That's a lineup. And that's a preseason tournament, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So at least
You didn't play in it.
4 of those teams should be top 15. If
I
we're just
mean,
going off.
I mean, because transfer portal and
That's true.
Guys
Very
leaving
true.
for the NBA. Like,
Very true.
I think we're, and you tell me, you know more. I mean, you're Mr. College Basketball,
Mhm.
but I just think we're in a day and time where if a team wins a national championship, you can't that they're going to look anything like what they looked that year.
That's very true. Yeah,
Or
I
a
think
team
you're spot
that
on.
doesn't even win a national championship.
They
I mean,
don't look
LSU
like it,
doesn't
yeah.
have a single player back. Now, obviously, that's for different reasons, but with the transfer portal and the ease of it, I just think you're never going to see a team look similar to the year before.
You would think that Kansas and Gonzaga would be, though.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll come up with players.
You would think.
I saw Ryan Shumpert put this out. The way too early top 25 rankings came out Monday night. So Fox Sports has Tennessee 9th. 24/7 Sports has Tennessee 11th. ESPN has Tennessee 14th. Sports Illustrated has Tennessee 14th. Top 15.
Yeah.
There. Done. Boom.
Solid. That's solid.
You don't even know what the roster's going to look like. Well, that came out before Kennedy Chandler was bolting.
Yeah, but everybody knew he was going.
Everybody back. So,
They have one scholarship open. So their roster is going to be their
BJ
roster.
Ellis, he going to feel it.
For now.
No, there's one additional
Outside
to
of him.
him. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
already signed. So.
This is the thing. To Bab's point, like the same teams like Texas Tech made it far in the tournament, and they didn't look the same. So with the coaching changes also, like
That's right.
Texas had a whole new team.
Yeah,
Texas Tech had a whole new team
Listen,
with the same coach.
don't give me
Assistant
these
coach.
basketball rankings right now.
Yeah.
I'm here for it because I love things like that.
Yeah,
but
without question.
But I also understand that there's nothing
It's going to look very
sensical about any of them.
Yeah. But I do think
Well, it's the same in football, though. I mean, obviously, it's a little more solid in the spring.
core-wise.
But, like, a perfect example is Pitt. Look at Pitt. Like, last year, and it's because, obviously, I'm about to go work their spring
Right.
game. But last
So
year,
random.
Kenny Pickett, I mean, Kenny Pickett's gone, right? You know that he's not. They didn't have a quarterback for a while until the USC kid transferred in.
Right.
Same with South Carolina. Okay, what are they going to be? Well, you don't know until the transfer portal shakes out.
Yep.
So
Shakes it all
Does
about.
that ever get
Shakes
shut
down.
down? Does the transfer portal ever get shut down? Like you got to close it off for a second?
that's what needs to
No, not
happen.
yet.
It needs to be like
Dang.
an NFL free agency
Yeah.
kind of period, and that's what they need to do. With it.
Nashville Sounds Baseball is back. 104.5 The Zone has your chance to win tickets from the Window Nation ticket window to tomorrow night's Sounds game. They take on the Durham Bulls. Be caller number 5 now for your chance to win. 615-737-1045.
What is it?
When we come
Look at his
back,
ring.
the stories of the day. Kansas wins the Natty. Tiger's going to play. AJ being shopped or no. Kennedy Chandler going pro. TSU will play a football game at Notre Dame. All that coming up. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
hot and
3HL 1045, the Zone Tuesday edition in the Music City. Hope you're having a great day. Britt Doherty. There she is. She's Dawn Davenport. I love how he just goes right into it.
Me too.
There's no lead up. You don't need it. You know, if it was like if there was a ramp to this song, to your intro song, it would be as if you like gently come through the door and say, "Hey, everyone, I'm here." No, you bust the door down.
I'm busting in.
Kind of like the Kool-Aid Man. And then you got
kind of
he got this guy. Like,
I'm in the building. Hey, I'm in the building. I'm in the building. I'm in the building. I'm in the building. Like the real back.
Like,
I'm in the building.
look at this guy.
Oh,
Tito's baseball jersey.
Oh, I need one of them. Oh, I should have been the first round draft pick.
97.
Dude, I'm telling you, man.
What does it say on the nameplate?
Oh, that's dope, dude.
Acted by these.
That's right, baby. Yeah.
Is that what he just
I
said?
ain't got no roof. Yeah,
Oh, heck
got
yeah.
no roof. That's right.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hey, man. Dude.
Double
Austin,
X,
Texas,
yes.
baby.
Oh, that's a huge double X.
Hi, yeah.
You know,
So, how cute is this?
oh, this it right here, boy. Oh,
Thank you.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's like
I
your
love it. Thank you.
Tennessee orange
Come
color
on,
too.
Babsy.
Well, I tell you, man,
Thank you.
this guy just walked by and totally disrupted the whole show.
With a little bit of smoking. That's smoking.
He just called me Miss Davenport too. I
Yeah.
like him.
Man, listen, man.
He's
The people
putting
know,
the
man.
respect.
Put us out here in the streets more, man. Keep us out here in the streets.
There are a ton of people down here
So
at First
is,
Horizon Park, outside the ballpark, at the street
Good
party.
quality, too.
Yeah, man.
This is a nice T-shirt.
There's food trucks out there. There's
Tito's is here.
Tito's is definitely here.
I see Kona Brewing. I see Jack Daniels. There's all kinds of things. People milling around. It's not raining. It's fine out here.
No, it ain't. No. The rain, go away. It's been gone. Been gone for about an hour now.
It should be gone the rest of the night, right?
Yep.
Or at least for the game.
In fact, they're literally watering the dirt right now.
Yeah, I've
There's
never understood
something you don't understand. See, there's something to me that's so therapeutic about watching them get a field.
Okay.
I love watching them paint the lines. I love watching them rig. I love the preparation of the field for a baseball game.
The manicure.
That's a slay.
Wow.
That's a slayism.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 3HL word. We have a 3HL vocabulary for this. We just
Yeah.
need to keep one.
Yes, we do. That's a good right there.
Sometimes it's a
I
auto show.
Yeah.
It's highly
Just
That's-
Dims.
Them's.
What? What? Dims will have been a word.
Merriam-Webster. Are they two people or one person? Like, is
Oh
it
my God.
Merriam-Webster?
I'm with you, your
If Merriam or Webster would have met us, there's no telling what that book would look like.
Oh.
Yeah.
Um,
It would have been a
yeah.
Shano show.
So for all this A.J. Brown talk the course of the last couple
Yeah.
of days,
Yeah.
by the way, Nashville Sound at home for 6 games, the Bulls. And I
Come
asked,
on out.
I know, and I asked Slay, have you seen Bull Durham? He said no. So that needs to be on your list.
Let me write that one down.
Kevin
I
Costner.
have seen that.
Babsy.
I promise you.
Oh, I gotta go watch it then.
Come on, Slay.
Come on, Slate. Like
It's
I'm
a ve-
behind.
It's about a very intelligent veteran catcher
Bull Durham.
who is signed to help this flame-throwing knucklehead of a immature hotshot pitcher. And so he's teaching him life through baseball. And it's absolutely beautiful.
See, I got a list.
Clue, Swingers, Bull Durham. Yeah, that's a good list.
That's a good list.
So, yeah, go watch it. Anyway, they'll be here for 6 days. So we're going to give you a chance to win tickets
All right.
to tomorrow night's game at 6:35.
They get to hang out in Nashville for 6 days and
Yep.
get their head beat in. That's
I don't-
punishment and joy at the
Listen,
same time.
I don't know that I know enough about Durham or the current Nashville group to evaluate like the X's and O's of what's going to happen here
Who's-
over the
who's-
course
Well,
of
at
the
least
day.
not
needed
right
to know?
now.
I know who said I needed to know.
You don't. I mean,
No,
you
I
just
don't.
went- I mean, they're standing right down there listening to you say they're about to get their head bashed.
I'm betting on the sounds. Bulls, Durham, y'all getting your head blasted. That easy,
Bull Durham.
just like that.
Durham Bulls.
It's the Durham Bulls. The Durham Bulls, y'all getting your head beat in.
I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. Oh my gosh.
Small amount.
Oh man.
Serious, man.
Oh, Durham, you're gonna
'Cause
get
we
your
riding
head
with
beat
the
in.
home team, man.
Well, always that.
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
what I'm saying. I ain't got no choice.
Especially with my new Tito's
Man,
shirt.
this
That's amazing.
fabric.
Here, AJ Brown. So we've been talking about how the Jet, like there's multiple stories. There's
Yeah.
stories on top of stories about the Jets' interest in AJ Brown to the point where it's like, oh well, they'll give you the number 10 pick and the number 35 pick and another pick for AJ Brown. You're like, you start to think, well, he was injured a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
You
And
start naming all
that's a
those
lot.
picks.
That's
He
a lot
missed-
of capital.
He missed 4 games. He had 7 games where he failed to get more than 50 yards receiving. So you start to add those things up, and you're like, damn, man, 10 overall.
Yeah. I'm bad.
35. You get your second round pick back
Impact
and a high
player.
one.
Impact player taking with that 10th pick.
The Titans haven't exactly
See-
knocked it out of the park when
Same-
it comes to drafting wide receivers.
And that's where I was going to go today until Diana Rossini just threw a wet blanket over the entire thing. Whether you think it would happen or not think it would happen, I think stories like this are fun to talk about, which is, I guess, is ultimately one of the reasons why we do what we do. But
That's what we do, yeah.
but that's what I was going to say about AJ Brown. And does the fan base have the faith in the franchise to draft someone at 10 and they become an all-pro type player? Because you've got Big Jeff and you've had a lot of success in the second round
Yeah.
with Derrick Henry and AJ Brown and all these guys. But would the fan base have faith in the franchise and if they were to make a move like that?
I don't necessarily think it. I don't think the fan base wouldn't have faith because, like, 10, number 10,
At 10.
like, how can you mess that up?
Oh, let me tell you.
Let us count the
See,
ways.
that's what the fans would say. Let me tell you. I mean, but golly,
Listen to her. She can't stop. It's like somebody pulled the string on.
you know, hey, but in a draft this deep with receivers,
Yeah, it's not like the Corey Davis year. And you're like, okay, you want to knock them for. They were wide receiver. Show me the other wide receivers from that draft.
yeah. See this one right here, man. This, hey,
Justin Ross.
like we talking about who could be available in the late first.
And it's because of that discussion about how many athletes are playing wide now.
Yep.
Other positions.
What you got to say over there, Babsy? I'm watching your face.
Guess who the last player the Tennessee Titans drafted 10th was?
Oh,
Who was that guy that took
Is that
a
Taylor Lewan?
bet out on himself?
Oh, Chance Warmack.
That's it!
Oh, my gosh.
OG from Alabama. He took an insurance policy. Wasn't he the one?
Yes.
Insurance
Yeah, it
policy out
wasn't
on
Sin.
himself.
It was Chance Warmack.
Bet
Sorry.
on himself to lose.
Yes.
You know,
What?
all these motivating stories about, like, we'll get Eddie George on and tell him this story.
Yeah.
And he was on that damn team,
Yeah, he was.
Was he?
I think.
No, Eddie
That
was
was
gone by now.
he was gone by
then. Yeah.
Okay. So, you know, all
It was
these motivating.
2013.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All these motivating stories where I just got bet on myself.
Right. I'm gonna go get it.
Rod Tidwell,
Yeah. Yeah. That's you did though.
Jerry Maguire.
Yeah.
On myself.
Mm-hmm.
Do that. He bet that his second contract contract would be less than his first contract and took insurance out on the difference. And it was. He was right.
Huh?
Yep.
So I'm missing it.
10th
I mean,
overall
how can
pick
you screw up 10th overall? Here you go, Chance Warmack.
on a platter.
Let me just put it right here. Oh, let me tell you how. Let me always slay Chance Warmack. And by the way, I love Chance Warmack.
Oh,
He
he's a
is
great dude.
good dude.
He was
But-
smart. He knew what he was.
Chance Warmack.
Let me ask you this.
He bet on himself to be a worse player when the second contract came around,
What is like?
and that he would make less money.
Oh, here. Oh, 10th overall. Oh, let me throw some names out here for you, Slay.
Okay.
First overall picks ever.
2011, quarterback, Blaine Gabbert. 2006.
He just got released, by the way, but he asked to be released by the same. Or was that Bortles? It was Bortles. I get those two mixed up
They're the same.
every time.
They're
every time.
all-
You're
I
not far
know.
off.
Like if one of them passes away, God help the other one.
2006, quarterback. I can't believe you just said that.
Right. 2006 quarterback.
I'm gonna be
Matt
convinced the
Leinart.
other guy's dead.
Matt Leinart, 10th overall.
These are the Titans drafted?
No,
Oh,
just
okay,
in
just
general.
in
yeah,
general.
Oh, okay. I was saying,
10th picks.
what?
You were
I
in
didn't know
Italy
that.
during all
Yes,
this.
I
Yeah.
was definitely.
Now, I will also say the other Titans' 10th overall was
Right.
2008 Gerard Mayo.
Hey.
So there you go. Maybe that'll even out Chance
And that's
Warmack
not-
for you.
I can't believe him.
Mm-hmm.
Did he get the cash in on the money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He ain't supposed to be able to do that. Bet
Well,
that
I
you're
mean,
gonna be the worst. A
He
worse
bet
player.
on himself to lose. Ultimately.
You can make the
And he did.
argument that he was smart.
No, I think it was very smart.
What?
I wouldn't have done it.
I think it was crazy.
I'm too optimistic. I think things are going to work
Might
out.
get over the hump.
Oh yeah. Boy.
Dude, that's crazy. I ain't never heard nothing
All
like
right.
that.
Dawn's going to need to look up 10th
She
picks.
is into it.
No,
by the
I'm
way.
done.
She is in the rabbit hole.
I'm done. Who else do we have? Michael
Well,
Crabtree. I mean,
here
there's some that you're like, okay, you can't screw those guys up. But
But this wide receiver class.
Here is Diana Rossini's tweet that kind of
the
put
bus.
an end to all this. The Tennessee Titans are not shopping or taking calls on wide receiver A.J. Brown per sources. GM John Robinson made it clear at the owners' meeting that they are currently working towards keeping Brown a Titan for the long term. I'm told that has not changed. There you go. That is somebody in the front office called Diana Rossini and said, hey, can you get people to stop talking about this?
No,
please?
that's Mike Vrabel calling her and being like, this is bunk.
You think
Make
he said
them
that?
Stop.
This
Word
is
for
bunk.
word. I think whatever Mike Vrabel said, I cannot repeat on air.
Oh, man, that's funny.
Bunkity bunk.
615-737-1045. We can take your phone calls. Big news over at TSU. Got that for you next. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
Hi, I'm Ryan Kelly. Is it time for some updates around the house? Last year, our average client received over $52,000 with a simple cash-out refinance. Let's make those home remodeling projects a reality. Start now at thehomeloanexpert.com.
The Zone. I'm Brent Doherty. He is Ron Slay.
I'm in the building.
And she is Dawn Davenport. And
He's in the building.
you had a little visit from a mascot earlier.
Yes, sounds booster.
Mr.
Booster?
Bell might get mad.
Booster.
The
Booster.
rooster.
Booster the rooster gave me a nice little ring.
He put a ring on
He did put a ring on
Mr.
Now-
Babs does not approve.
it. Fight the rooster.
That'd be a hell of a reality show. Dawn Davenport and her husband, Travis Harder, her other husband, Booster the Rooster,
Right.
as they navigate through life.
That'll be dope. That'll be dope.
By the way, this ring is actually balloons, and the diamond is a baseball.
Hey,
I mean, what more could you want on opening day?
I think that's it. I mean, besides popcorn or Cracker Jack.
Maybe
I'd
a hot
probably take
dog.
or brew.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that'll be some options.
Cracker
right there.
Jack. Are you a Cracker Jack guy?
What? You got to have Cracker Jack on opening day.
I cannot
too?
tell you the last time I
Buy
had
me
Cracker
some
Jack.
peanuts
And
and
Cracker
Cracker
Jack.
Jack.
That's right.
I
now.
don't care
If
if I never come back.
but it's
Root, root, root for the
home
home
team. That's right.
Cracker Jacks, Mayor,
You got to know it.
When's the last time you had Cracker Jack?
at a baseball game.
I guess I was gonna say the last
When
time
you
I was
were
here.
8?
Last year when I was here, I had Cracker Jack.
Not messing around with that stuff. Give me a hot dog and a beer, man.
Don't you got to eat Cracker Jacks, dude?
I'm not
Or
messing
peanuts?
around
That's
with
a
that.
waste, man. That's like going to the Brazilian steakhouse and getting a damn salad.
I mean, hey, sometimes
I'm on
good.
go. Dang it.
Okay, well, go. Go, Mayor.
Give me a salad bar at the Brazilian steakhouse.
The euro is gone.
Hot dog and a beer. Mustard
I don't
only.
disagree with that. I don't agree. Listen, the game's long enough to have all of it.
Well,
I'm
that's
gonna be
true.
honest.
That is true.
Just get there early, like now with us.
Okay, well, I'd rather have plain popcorn. That's just me.
Oh no, like Miles, Boston.
Really thought somebody just threw something at us. we're in the concourse
He
at First
picked it
Horizon
up,
Park.
so it's cool.
There are a lot of people walking around. Let me just tell you, man, security here is unreal.
Oh, they deep.
I parked behind the stadium, so this is like, I don't know, 250. And so I'm coming around. I'm going to come around the entire stadium to go through the front door, right? Like, because that's how I figure I got to go in. So I pass the right field gate. Right field gate's open. Like, they're bringing stuff in. I'm like, oh, okay, awesome. That's like 100 yards to our table. So I walk through the gate, and this lady goes, excuse me, sir, can I help you? And I said, yeah, we're just doing a radio show up here in the concourse. She's like, I'm going to need you to exit through that gate you came from and go through the employees' entrance. And I'm going to need you to do that now. I mean,
Well,
lock down.
That mean they ain't playing.
Here's the other thing I was just
at
thinking
least
about.
she's doing her job.
Yes. Here's the other thing I was just thinking about.
And I'm glad I wasn't there.
We'll get to the TSU headline because it's a good one. And we'll get to Slay's analysis of last night's national championship game, which was a phenomenal game. But I was thinking, as we went down to the dugout, took a picture. We'll put it out on 3HL Twitter here in a second, at 3HL1045. Follow us for things like that. They need to put another layer to the stadium. You need to put another level on top of the second level and make it condos. I would buy a condo in here. Can you imagine waking up and, like, the first thing you see is the ballpark?
Be
Yeah.
awesome.
That'd be pretty
Wouldn't
dope.
that be great? Well, matter what about security? I'm like, no, you get your own entrance. So, like, you don't have access to the park unless it's like because you have season tickets because, you know, you live there. The friendly confines, home field advantage, all of those things. But wouldn't that be awesome?
I think it'll be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Then you got the skyline right there. That'd be dope, man. That'd be dope. But guess what? I would need them at nighttime, even when the game's not being played or nobody's here. You gotta light the park up.
Light the park. Now you're just spending taxpayers' money.
Well, hey, I'm buying this condo up here. I ought to have a switch where I can hit the switch. Hey, y'all want to see something cool? Watch this
Like
scoreboard.
3 in the
Hey.
morning.
Yeah,
Y'all
watch
wanna
this
come-
scoreboard right
Let's
there.
go hang at my condo.
Yeah.
Wow, where is it? Oh, is that First Horizon Park?
Yeah.
Watch this. And then you just flip the switch.
Yeah, my face. Yeah, my face ought to be able to pop on the scoreboard. Me smiling at 3 in the morning.
In his white tank top undershirt.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Not creepy at all.
What y'all doing? What y'all doing up?
Oh, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
every baseball part, because you can't do it in football because there aren't as many, game days or whatever. But baseball, like, I like the vibe of the park.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree. I think that's cool, guy. You know who's
Looking
really
for a second home, man.
you know who really
There's third and home right there.
I was
Yeah,
going
it's
to
right
say, what
there.
about third and home?
and second and home. You want-
Our buddy
yeah, third and
Pan's
home.
there already.
That's what I was gonna say. He takes in every Nashville event the way a person his age should take in the event. I mean, like Pan is out and about, man. Like Pan is man of the people.
Buck used to be, but, I mean, he's like a 45-year-old married dude now,
Yeah.
basically.
With
Yeah.
cats, gotta take care of cats.
With cats.
Makes it a little
Why do you
more
think that's funny?
I don't know.
So the game last night.
Yes.
Yeah.
So North Carolina, we were talking about this yesterday. Like, are they going to have enough juice coming off that Duke thing? Because there's a lot of energy, emotion, all of those things spent
Mhm.
in that Final Four game. And, man, they came out on fire.
Yeah, they
that
did.
shocked you, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It did shock me because I didn't believe that they could, knowing that Kansas didn't. They didn't have an easy road to the finals, but it was nowhere near last couple of games that Carolina had to play. And I guess it's granted knowing that Carolina is an 8 seed going into it, playing a high-ranked opponent, and Kansas was a high-ranked opponent most of the time playing a lower-ranked opponent. So I guess they got that right. But the Miami game was the first game that Kansas really had to struggle with a little bit and fight back. So outside of that,
And
man,
they flipped the switch like
Yeah, they
you would
did.
do here if you
Yeah,
had
they
a
did.
condo here.
and depth, right? And depth plays a part, man. Depth plays a part into it. They were not able to get into Carolina's bench in the first half, and I think that hurt them. So once they were able to do that, the tables turned, man, and they did not relinquish it. Like, it was not the big shot after big shot like Duke and Carolina was, but it was answer for answer, in whatever form it may have come in charge, a big rebound, a tip in. It was big play after big play also.
So apparently Bill Self said, would you guys be down 15 at halftime, down 9? Happened to a Kansas team a few years back. At 15 at halftime. These coaches that can weave these little sentences
Yeah.
that kind of bring clarity to everyone in the moment,
Yep.
right? Like, and Kansas was completely relaxed when
Yeah.
they hit the floor in the second half.
Yes, they were.
They were not concerned at all.
Well,
Like, let's just do what we do.
Yeah, they looked completely relaxed in the first half too. Like there was
Too relaxed.
zero. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was no blocking out,
Yeah.
no rebounding. I mean, I counted 15 straight possessions where they didn't get a second chance
Yep.
on the offensive side of the ball, on the offensive side of the court because they rebounded zero, zilch, nada.
That's correct.
I mean, they looked slow. They looked lethargic.
Yep.
The effort didn't look like it was there. It was almost like, well, if we just hang around, then Carolina
Something
will
happen.
that fall from the emotional high is coming. Like it'll come,
Yes.
and then it never came.
No, exactly.
And I felt like they woke up and the tempo and the speed changed in the second half. Like
Yep.
I don't know what Bill said to them
Yeah.
at halftime, but I felt
Yeah.
like it was a completely different team that came out.
I think everything that Bill said probably is something that you said when it comes to effort and energy. Dude, don't beat ourselves. Go out there and play. Like, make them beat us. Don't do anything. You ain't got to do nothing extraordinary. Just play a game where you're being intense and giving the effort. And you saw that from the guards on down. McCormick started rebounding the ball. Braun, who we haven't mentioned, he played really well as far as keeping the rally going for Kansas. Big threes, getting to the cup, getting rebounds. Like, he had a double-double as a guard. Abaji, he did his thing. It's also rebounding. So I think it was a collective effort. Like, hey, man, stop giving them second chance shots and let's see what happens then. They got that. And another thing also, the legs started to take place for North Carolina. When they were missing those long threes, this is what I thought would happen in the first half. The second half, those threes led out to runouts and transition and things of that nature. So that made a different type of game. When you get easy shots and easy stuff where you don't have to call a set, you can just run off motion. That's what you want.
Well, and the thing that gave us a beautiful sporting event was the fact that North Carolina didn't fall, didn't go away when Kansas made that run.
Yep.
Kansas took a 6-point lead. I mean, and North Carolina just kept making buckets.
Yeah, they fought back.
And that's what gave us that beautiful game.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. And then I think it could have been different in the end if Baycott never rolled his ankle again. Believe me, man, that's a different ball game because one thing McCormick could not have his way with is Baycott.
How about Baycott, man? I texted it. I'm
Free
like,
Trump.
that guy, another double-double, his 30th
Yeah.
of the year, which is a record, by the way, and he had it at the half.
Yeah.
He had it at the half.
14 and
Coming
12.
off a heck of an ankle injury that he played through in the last game.
You're correct.
And then said, you're going to have to cut my leg off to
Yeah.
keep me off of the court
Yeah.
for the championship game, and then proceeded to just put up a double-double in the first
Right.
half. Like, that dude is next level.
Yeah, he can play. And the funny thing about it, I think all of those guys come back. You know what I'm saying? Outside of Manic. I ain't said his name right the whole year, but
you have
Manic.
Manic,
Yeah.
yeah.
Poor guy.
I said, but he can stroke it though. But outside of him, man, everybody could come back. So if they left a sour taste in their mouth, they have an opportunity to come back and avenge that loss. And I think they would be right back. He has some depth. I think that's that's going to help with recruiting. Like we heard Chris Lang talking about yesterday, man, making it to this level right here puts a spotlight on you where recruiting gets easier. The program is able to recruit itself instead of you having to go out there and sell. I'm a new coach, Hubert Davis. This is what I'm gonna do. No, you just saw what I'm gonna do. So we need you to join in because like Duke is not. Coach K is walking away, but one thing that ain't walking away is that program. That program is intact, man, and they reloaded. So gonna be interesting.
Well, and in terms of that, like I was so impressed with Hubert Davis too.
Yeah.
With the substitutions offensively and defensively, and I mean just little things like that. I mean, his demeanor on the sideline, like it was fun watching him coach, and he has clear control of that program too.
His players were as calm as him. So I think one thing too that can be overshadowed is Caleb Love. A lot of people I saw giving him heck on social media, like he choked, this, that, and the other. And those are the same shots that he was making against Duke. So how do you tell a kid
You
to stop
called
shooting?
that yesterday.
Yeah, it's fool's gold, man. You know, at some point you got
You
to
did say
play
that.
with it. Yeah,
Yep.
man. And he started missing, but those same exact shots was the same exact shots he was hitting over a 7-foot to ice the game against Duke. So I mean, you live with the gift and the curse. It is what it is.
615-737-1045 at 3HL1045 on Twitter. What about Johnson for North Carolina? Puff Johnson averaged 1.8 points per game. Comes in there, hits that big step back three.
Yep.
Has a layup that I still don't know how he made it.
Right.
I watched that thing over and over. I still don't know how he made it. 11.6 boards.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's what it takes in a team sport
Yeah.
to give yourself your best chance to win a championship. These things are hard to win. I know fan bases always complain about like,
Any
oh,
level.
we never get it done or blah,
Any
blah,
level.
blah. I mean,
A lot of teams don't get it done.
Right.
Year
No,
in and year out.
they don't. That's what makes these teams special, man. They can really reload. But if they had one more person on the bench, like Johnson, then maybe we're talking about a different ball game.
Yeah.
But they didn't. So depth is important.
big news of the day. TSU will go to Notre Dame
yes,
to
yes.
play football.
Man,
2023. They'll play in South Bend at Notre Dame.
that's got to help with recruiting, man.
Somebody asked us, is the band going? Yes, the Aristocrat of bands will perform at Notre Dame. And
I
here's the
mean,
thing. If you're Mickey,
they have to.
if you're Dr. Mickey Allen, you're like, hey, man, if the Aristocrat of bands ain't coming and performing,
We're not coming.
we're not coming. But my guess is Notre Dame would want that. What you got over there?
Oh my gosh.
Jack, the original. Oh, I really like the box, though, but I'll take
Oh.
this because the prize will be in here as well.
Oh,
No, the
that's
prize-
right. You always
yeah.
got to be careful you don't eat the prize.
Yep, that's right. Well, you know what these are?
Is there a prize in there?
Yeah.
Is that a special kind of Cracker Jack?
Yeah. Full
It's-
of goodness. A
It's the
goodness prize.
original, it says.
As soon as you open up, it's just busting with goodness.
Gates are open here. When we come back, your chance
Yeah.
to win Sounds
Goodness.
tickets coming up tomorrow. Still buzzing off that news. By the way, if you missed our conversation with Eddie George,
Yeah.
make sure you go to the podcast and hear him. I'm serious when I say that. I don't think there's more of an inspiring person that we have access to in this city than that guy.
What about me?
And it's so, it
Well,
just
it's like
flows.
maybe Corbs.
Yeah, Corbs is pretty good too. But it's a similar, it's funny you said that. It's a similar style. Like it's not forced. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It just flows.
Yep.
It's leadership.
Tiger Woods, y'all. Is he going to play? He met with the media today. We'll talk about that next. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Lounge Baseball is back. 145 The Zone has your chance to win tickets from the Window Nation ticket window. Tomorrow night Sounds game, they take on the Durham Bulls. The caller number 5 through to Hunk right now for your chance to win. 615
Hunky hunk.
737 1045.
Hunkinator.
I mean, people streaming in here
Yes, they are. They're
At
in the
first-
building.
at First Horizon Park. Hadn't heard you say that in a while.
I'm in the building.
Said it last segment.
Yeah, I mean, that's what made me think I hadn't heard him say that.
I know.
Oh,
I,
yeah.
I
From
thought that
today.
too the other day.
You did?
Yep, I said I'm gonna start back saying it. Sometimes we gotta go natural. Bab said it a while ago. Hey man, Cracker Jack. There's so much goodness.
I mean, it's okay.
You got as he hits some more. Go ahead. No,
No,
go on dip in there. Go on dip in there.
No, I
There's
wanted to
so
see what
much
the prize was.
crack in Cracker
You
Jack.
feel me? I'm talking about can't leave it alone.
Who put the crack in Cracker Jack?
Look, and then
Seriously.
you got look at a little sailor on it.
Who's
Why the sailor with the puppy?
Who's a little, yeah, I don't know.
It's the old school. It's always been that.
Yeah, Cracker Jack. I mean, it probably came about in, I don't know, World War I or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Just in the history of Cracker Jack.
It sure will good. Whoever invented it, they win.
I did taste it. It's, you know.
No, don't do that. Don't
I mean,
start
it's
selling it
all right.
Short. But you'll sell it short in a minute.
It's
boy.
caramel coated popcorn peanuts.
Man, phenomenal. Don't miss.
So
1896.
Oh,
the
damn.
first lot of Cracker Jack.
they almost hit
was
the T12.
Man.
Yep.
WW1.
There you go.
And
126.
Man,
Sorry.
balling.
I'm just Cracker Jacking out
listen,
here.
think about this. That's as long as Tennessee's played baseball, 125 years, never been the unanimous number one. Since,
Arnett,
I mean, since Cracker Jack was 1 year old.
And see, now look what happened.
here we go.
Now,
It's
here we
all
are.
coming around full
Now,
circle.
here we are. Just,
Yeah.
you got to be patient out here in
Yep.
sports.
We're at the ballpark. First pitch, 6:35. The Sounds representatives, well, it was one guy, Chad Seeley,
Mhm.
asked Slay, "Are you going to throw out a first pitch this year?" He said, "Yep." And I said,
From
I-
the mound.
"You know what I really want to see is Slay take BP. It's unbelievable. Companies can do it. Just call the Sounds. You can do it.
We did it.
We did it, and I mean, I had a blast lacing
yeah.
ball into the outfield.
You was,
You were-
you was
yeah.
connecting?
He,
yeah.
yeah, he was pretty good.
So you play baseball. I'm
But anyway, so I said, I want to see him BP, and
This might
Chad-
be something Slay can't do.
Chad's like, "Yeah, we can do it."
It's not
And
great.
Slay's like, "Nah, I ain't doing that, man." With the ball coming at me like,
Ball coming, listen, man, you standing right there, ball coming about 70 miles per hour. That's
"No, it's not going to be that fast.
how fast it's going to be.
It
Like,
could be as fast as you want it to be. I
Yeah.
think it's like 50.
Oh, that ain't nothing. I'd rock that.
I think an 11-year-old
Give me
pitcher.
real deal. You know what
I mean,
hold
they
it
want
field.
you to enjoy it and hit the ball.
That's
They're not gonna
enjoyable to
like.
me.
I'll pitch for you.
There you go, yeah. Underhand.
Strike.
So Slay's like, "What about these jerseys that Babs and
Yeah.
Mayor have?" And he's like, "I can get you one. Take BP."
Ooh,
And I asked him, why would you do that? Why would you do that to me? Why would you do that to me?
amazing.
That ain't
Way
cool.
to go, Chad.
That ain't cool.
So Tiger Woods playing. Fred Couple said Tiger's on it, and then you saw a video of like Tiger doing what we all like to do is hit what do you call the thing that picks up the golf balls where the guy's driving the
The little driving cart. Ball.
the guy
What,
picking
the
up
ball
golf
picker
balls.
Up?
The picker, yeah.
Picker.
So the picker is going across the fairway, and Tiger aims at it, and like he has to hit it where it's going, right? Like it's not a stationary object, and he hit it, and everybody lost their minds. It was funny.
He just laughed.
ESPN asked him, "Do you think you can win?" And he said, "I do."
Hey, man.
That goes to what you were talking about yesterday, because I
Oh.
was thinking maybe his decision is based on whether or not he feels like he can make the cut.
Mhm.
And you were like, no. If he's going out there, he thinks he can win.
That man really think he can win. Like, now,
Which would be the greatest story in
Ever.
history. Like, we all just need to quit watching sports. Like,
Ever.
there would be nothing better than that.
That's, I mean, ever.
I mean, the man was sitting in his car waiting for paramedics last February, wondering if he's going to live or not.
And then
That's
his original goal was just to walk.
yeah.
And then it was just to be able to play golf enough to play with his son.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
Now he
Exactly.
thinks he can win the Masters.
Win the Masters.
Maybe he went back to
The
Perkins.
whole thing. 4 days of walking. Well, you could barely walk, barely live.
That's crazy.
Maybe he got his lifestyle back. I don't know.
Hey, It works.
My man likes to juggle things.
Win.
That's the only time he's comfortable.
Al Davis, win, baby, win.
Oh, man. 615-737-1045. I think we got Buffalo on who wants to talk about Nashville SC. It said Slay told him to call.
No, I did, Buffalo.
Is that true, Buffalo?
How about it?
What up, Buffalo? Talk to us.
Was the cartoon in the Cracker Jacks Archie and the Gang? That's the cartoon we used to read.
Yep, Archie. I used to love Archie magazines.
Yeah. Well, no, I bought 3 season passes to the Nashville SC, and I've never even game. I'm hoping it's going to be a good time.
Oh, I think it's going to be a blast. You're kind of breaking up on us.
Yeah, we lost you a little
when
bit.
they get in the new stadium.
Oh, he said he's never been to a game, but he bought season passes.
Right. It's gonna be a blast. That stadium looks so freaking cool.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be a party.
Here's the thing.
It's gonna be the biggest 0-0 party you've ever seen.
Or it's gonna be the biggest end of the game. It's 1-1 party you've ever seen. Nobody wins. Everybody ties.
You're right.
But seriously, no, it's going to be a great experience. And here's the deal. If you've never been to a soccer game in general, like I'm from Atlanta, they go crazy. They do it right there. Like that, that atmosphere
right
has has come into Nashville too. So experience-wise, and that's something I always say about the Preds too. Like you might be a big hockey person if you just go once to a Preds game and experience the experience, you're going to love it. I think it's probably the same way with soccer.
Experience the experience.
Experience the experience.
Ooh. Nashville SC. Experience the experience.
That's a good slogan.
See, now you got.
I should be an advertiser.
Listen.
Yes.
Well, kind of hard. We got John Robinson calling you because you can say, hey, man, you want to go to the Jets? That's on you. Fine.
Here's your 20 mil.
For the A.J. Brown negotiation.
That was cold-blooded.
Now we got Ian Air. He's going to call you, wanting help with the Nashville SC.
Do you remember Ian Air calling us whenever I was ragging on ties?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you do it all the time. But yes, I remember he did call.
But I
time.
specifically was talking about Nashville SC, and so he straight called and was like, "Hey, what's up? You want to talk about the team?" Well done. Well done. Well played.
That's going to be fun over there, man. Especially like get out of the football stadium. Like.
Yeah. No, it's going to be that stadium.
Hey,
what the world is going on, man?
Oh. That's on. Man, let people in the building at 3 next time.
I'm ending the show before he eats too much.
Oh, no, because I ain't stopped eating. That's it.
He's not done with his Cracker Jacks. It's Hunt Brothers. I love me some Hunt Brothers.
I mean, Tito's, Cracker Jacks, peanuts.
I'm in heaven.
Pizza.
This is what the baseball game is
Hey,
about.
I like the energy already here at this park.
Hey, Slave, we sit here long enough, somebody going to bring us a beer.
Yep. Well, ain't no need moving. Ain't no need moving.
Coming up tomorrow, Coach Mack joins the show.
Biggity Mac.
And I'm sure there'll be some more Titans rumors out there floating around that we'll deal with. Appreciate y'all listening. Get to the ballpark. This is a fun place. If you haven't been to First Horizon, you need to check it out. And that's it. That's all I got.
That's all?
That's
what
it.
You got? Anything?
Go Vols.
See ya.
Go Vols.